And I am at a bit of a strange angle for this setup, so just bear with me. And being 6 months pregnant, my mobility is not what it once was. So I appreciate everyone for hanging in there. Get it? Because I just pulled the hangman. And although this is the order of the cards, I do normally read reversed. I understand each card has a positive and negative aspects, but for our convenience, I'm going to flip these cards to represent what I believe the message intends, the position that the message intends. So personally, I don't think that this Ten of Swords is meant to be upright. I think that's more meant to be reversed. So I'm going to read it as reversed for this reading. And often I'll confirm with my pendulum, like, hey, was this meant to be upright or is it actually reversed? And normally it'll say, yeah, it's actually reversed. So I've gotten better at just using my intuition for that. I do feel like this is where we're at right now. So I'm just going to start with the Hangman. Hangman is new perspective. So looking at things in a different way, experiencing things in a different way that you normally don't, and getting some kind of enlightenment from that. So it's gonna possibly mean uncomfortable situations or new experiences, but ultimately those experiences are going to make you even more enlightened and even more aware than you were initially, and you're gonna need to go through that experience in order for certain dots to connect. So that you can move forward with that clarity that you needed in order to get to the next step and the next place that you're meant to be. And with that comes a feeling of finding yourself. We don't feel like we're cast out in the cold and homeless anymore. Like these people in the card here, they're very neglected, very cold, homeless, disabled, don't have the resources. The Five of Pentacles is a lot about resources. As you know, Pentacles normally means material things, occupation, abundance, stuff like that. So when we have a reversed Five of Pentacles, we're talking about coming out of that position, talking about maybe having some kind of enlightenment or knowledge gained from being in this hanged man position. Seeing things from outside of the box is helping us find ways to escape feeling neglected and helping us come back into our power a little bit. And with that, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. With that, we're also going to feel revived again. We're going to move forward from this feeling of being burnt out and exhausted and depleted. We're not going to be there anymore. The reverse Ten of Swords is talking about moving from a position of depletion, in my opinion. Really, for me, it means kind of coming back to life after you've been through it and you didn't think you could take anymore and you're just kind of done. So all of that is going to stem from this Hanged Man card, and those new opportunities are going to be really easy to summon and to manifest with the spring energy, the Spring Equinox. And we just had a full moon, I believe, but the new moon won't be too far away. So just working with those energies and manifesting those opportunities and those experiences to have that new Hanged Man enlightenment that we're needing right now. And with spring, I wanted to bring out the Spirit Animal Oracle. I love this Oracle deck. It's beautiful. And I just was really feeling called to see what our animal spirit guides had to say for us with this new season. So we're just gonna go ahead and shuffle through these cards and kind of see what jumps out at us. It isn't very often that I actually shuffle and pick a card from this deck. Normally just as I'm shuffling, something will jump out, and there's There we go. So koi fish spirit, there is always enough. So in a nutshell, the koi fish card tells us that even though we might not have everything material-wise or resource-wise that we think we need, we're always able to attract abundance. So the koi fish grows to match the size of the pond. And it's just saying that even if you're in a small pond right now, even if you feel like you don't have what you're needing, you don't have enough, you'll always be able to work with spirit. And as this deck likes to talk about a lot, co-create with spirit to bring about what you need. And you're never going to truly be lacking what you need in that moment. We might think we need more than we actually need, but it's just talking about keeping the frequency that's required to manifest abundance, to not let your surroundings right now deter you from manifesting what you actually want and what you deserve. Remembering that we are in a constant state of deserving, a constant state of attracting, and that we do deserve abundance, and we do deserve happiness and nice things. So there's always enough, but at the same time, don't let fear of scarcity make you manifest from a place of lack. Remember that things naturally are coming to you no matter what. So the koi fish spirit card saying there is always enough is just a reminder that all of our needs are going to be met. I know it's easy to stress about money, about not having things that we need, about not being able to get what we want, and it's very difficult to snap out of that mentality when that's the culture and the society that we've been brought up in. But you have to remember that that's affecting your frequency, which is a direct role in how you're going to manifest the abundance that you want. Remember that you are a divine being in a material world, and that you naturally are born deserving abundance. You might have been taught otherwise as you were growing up, and I know that certain cultures, especially American culture, I live in America, in Kansas specifically, but American culture is very consumer based. I have to have more, I have to have more, I don't have enough. There's always enough for you, there's enough for everyone. Everything that you want is naturally and automatically coming because you're a divine being who came here deserving it anyways. So the more you remember that, the more you're capable of taking control of your surroundings, and making the most out of what you have right now in order to attract what you need, or what you will need later on. So even though you might not have everything you want, just remember that Spirit's always going to make sure that you have what you need, and that sometimes challenges are lessons that our souls need to go through before we can get to the next chapter or the next phase or the next cycle that we're meant to be working with. And those cycles can always be drastically different from where we are now. So at the end of the day, just remember that no matter what you have and no matter where you are, that's where you're supposed to be, but you always have the ability to change that, because ultimately you decide, and you came to this earth being worthy of having whatever you wanted anyways. So there's that koi fish spirit. Next oracle deck I wanted to pull out was the Starseed Oracle. This is a very, very stunning, beautiful deck. The artwork's just amazing to me. So I specifically ask our galactic spirit guides, our extraterrestrial ancestors and family that's watching over us, that supports our highest potential and highest selves, to come forward and provide us a message through this deck. Alright. You'll notice that a lot of my cards just kind of fly out. And we have a few of them that jumped out. I'm only going to pick one for tonight because I don't want to take up too much time. But the one that I'm really feeling drawn to right now that I'm probably going to go with is the Star Brothers. So this says Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. And with that, it's just remembering that there are beings out there, there are spirit guides out there for you to trust in, that you can be protected. All you have to do is call and request protection from your guides, and they'll be right there for you. And coming back to a place of safety and security to lay the foundation that we need to lay. We're going to have a lot of things growing and a lot of things moving. It's spring, so this is the time to lay that foundation and decide how you're going to set, what tone you're going to set for the rest of the year. So coming to a place of stability, of clarity, and of centeredness, a place where you feel protected and secure and loved, is going to be really important. And that kind of ties into the koi fish spirit again. Not worrying so much. Don't worry so much. Keep yourself light. Keep your frequency high. Ask your guides to show you what you need to see. Ask your guides to tell you what you need to know. And you're going to know which direction you need to go in. You're going to know which decisions you need to make. But if you're getting yourself all worried and all frazzled, which believe me, I understand, it's easy to do. I start off the week super clear and centered, and by Friday, after a work week, I need to do a lot of work to ground myself again. It's just staying mindful and aware enough throughout the week so that we don't let our frequency get so thrown off. We stay in a place of security and balance and knowing that Spirit is here to guide us and help us. And I have one more oracle deck. It's the Angels and Ancestors Oracle Cards deck by Kyle Gray and Lily Moses. And this is my newest oracle deck. I'm super excited about it. So we're just going to go ahead and see what jumps out at us. This deck has a variety of aspects. It includes seasons, different astral healers and teachers and masters. And it looks like our element guardian, air guardian, has arrived. So air guardians shift your perception, and I think that perfectly goes with our hanged man right there. So I'm going to just kind of try to set those together. Air guardian, shift your perception. This card is a reminder for us that we are in control of our thoughts. It's going to be easy to get dragged back down by thinking of things that we don't like or remembering things from the past that hurt us. And that's going to put us in a place of fear. It's going to put us in a place of disempowerment. Air Guardian is our reminder that we're able to call on our guides for help with clearing any mental blockages. And it's a reminder for us to stay conscious of what we're thinking. Have deliberate intention with your thoughts, because your thoughts are going to control your emotions. They're going to control your frequency and your energy and what you're attracting. Changing the way that you see things, maybe having a new perspective of the world by working on the way that you think and cutting out a lot of negative self-talk or just low vibrational type thoughts in general, which I can make a video about that if you guys are interested, just talking about how to consciously and deliberately take control of your subconscious again and how to begin working through that. That's when you're going to see a lot of changes, is when you practice this so much that it becomes natural and it becomes a part of you. Then you're going to start attracting things that are natural to that new aspect of yourself. So that's what we have for spring so far, and I think we have a lot of work to do for the season, for the next few months. It's a reminder that now is a time of new experiences. Now is a time of new ways of thinking and doing things. A time of coming back to ourselves and remembering that we're not outcasts, we're not homeless, we're not alone. We have a whole community of guides and starseed family out in the world, even just here on Earth, here on YouTube, that we're able to connect with and seek support from, so that we don't feel depleted and we don't feel overwhelmed or burdened, and that we can be revived and renewed and come back to ourselves in a completely new way. Remembering that Spirit is always going to make sure we have what we need for where we are in this place and time, and that there's always protection available to us. We never have to feel like a victim. So I hope that you guys resonated with this. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I do plan on posting some more videos soon. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell button so you can get notified when I post my next video. And let me know if there's anything that you guys specifically want me to do a reading on or to talk about. So thank you so much. Happy Spring Equinox. Take care.